I've honestly lost track of how many shops I've visited and had a tour of. And one thing that I always notice is that a lot of shops end up with skid wood, which is what this is. It's just a pallet. And what they do is they just put it in the corner and it breaks and it falls apart, or they throw it in the trash. They don't do anything with it. And to me, it's an awesome resource because it's fantastic wood after it's been sanded and taken care of. So what we'll do today, we'll take a look at this being done. It's pretty amazing how a pallet wood can actually just look totally different after it's been sanded. Here's the original wood that I had. It's from a skid of equipment that we purchased recently. So you can see how rough it is. It looks like it's worthless. And after it's been sanded, you end up with a really nice wood. So in this case here, I believe it's pine, but a lot of these pallets are actually oak and really nice material, as long as they're not treated too much. Some of the pallets are treated with a lot of chemicals and stuff like that, and it's not something you want to stick in a laser or work with in the shop. But a lot of it is actually untreated. It goes from warehouse to warehouse to warehouse, back and forth, and it doesn't actually get treated with too many chemicals and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty safe, and we can make some really cool stuff with it. We've done a lot of signage, we've done coasters, we've done, we can basically make furniture. You can make anything out of pallet wood. All you have to do is have enough wood, and keep in mind that it does have generally lots of splits. So it's kind of time intensive because all of this stuff is generally nailed to each other, so you have to take the nails off. And then you got to go over it with a magnetic system to make sure there's no internal nails, because if you do this stuff in a router and you hit a nail, it's not a good thing. With the laser, what will happen is actually we won't cut the nail, we'll cut around the nail, which is pretty neat. But basically a nail is a write-off on any kind of project. So if you want some cool pallet projects, just go through the back of all the pallets that you have. If they're blue, forget about it. We can't do anything with those ones. But if they look like pretty good, decent wood, we could definitely help you out with something. What we'll do now, we'll take a look at this being made. What I find kind of surprising is when I ask company owners who have basically junk in the corner, if I say, can I bring that to the shop with me? Sometimes it's pallet wood like this, sometimes it's just sheets of really nice oak, and it's just been sitting there for so long with dust on it, they don't realize the value of it. So generally what I do is I bring it in the shop, I do something, and give it back to them. And then they're like blown away, wow, you can make something really awesome out of this junk. Then we end up getting contracts and so forth. So if you're looking for something custom using pallet wood or any kind of wood, even if you think it's scrap, it's actually a pretty good resource, as long as it doesn't have too many splits in it and it doesn't have a whole bunch of nails through it. Contact me at CNCKing.com and we'll make something awesome for you.